Hey, what's up guys, this is Cobb and I got a Mechabellum replay to show you boys today, just demonstrating the insane power of a cheesy ass WASP flank strategy, man. WASPs, I feel like they're either kind of loved or hated by most people, you know? They either work out really good, or they give value for like one round and then they're worthless for the rest of the game. Now, the reason this strat works so good is because we started off with aerial specialist on our pilot, and so I just rushed WASPs immediately here, as you can see on turn 1, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, look, I mean, he has like very bad anti-air. A lot of people are going marksman right now, a lot on turn 1. It's not uncommon to see 2, 3, 4, sometimes even 5 marksman units on turn 1. And WASPs do pretty damn good into marksman, right? They can kind of push them really quickly, they can swarm them from the air and take them out pretty fast. So I'm thinking to myself, alright dude, this is it. We've got a pretty decent lineup to contend with what he has got here. We're going to start off with WASPs in a non-flanking position, so that we can then put them on the flank next turn with the jump drive tech, right? So we can be changing their deployment position at the start of every round. And this first round here turns out to just be something of a free win, because he actually goes into arc lights right away, which is fine. I mean, I feel like this would have worked either which way, right? If he goes marksman, we still probably win because the WASPs will just swarm them. If he goes arc lights, yeah, he'll do a little bit better on the ground, but it's still going to be a W at the end of the day, right? Because, yeah, a couple of marksmen are going to get domed by WASP units, right? And now this is where the fun begins, right? This is where the fun begins. This is where we're going to start to kind of Scooby-Doo the hell out of this guy and make this a full cheese strat. Why are we able to do that? Because look at that, man. These WASP units just hit max level 1. They can be upgraded to level 2. So I'm already planning now, how am I going to pick my reinforcements to make this an ultimate flanking strategy with these WASPs. And I pick up electromagnetic impact. And the reason we do that is because, yeah, this thing just demolishes barriers. And so I'm thinking I'm going to be needing this a little bit earlier, a little bit later on in the rounds, right? If you're going for a WASP flanking strategy, one of the biggest counters to this is literally your opponent just placing a barrier over whatever side you're attacking, and like the WASP take forever to break through the barrier, if they break through it at all, right? And it becomes a big goddamn problem. The flank strategy kind of gets negated by one barrier, right? So electromagnetic impact is going to help us deal with that as well. And you can see we've just leveled up these WASPs now to level 2. That's awesome. We give them the jump drive so we can move these guys. And we are slamming all of our WASP boys over here on one side. So he's actually going to do a couple of marksmen. I was really expecting him to go for some Mustangs, maybe position them here. If he'd positioned them here and preempted this flank, this entire strategy is over and we have to change our plans. But because he didn't, now shit is going to get crazy, right? Because he's going to own us on the front lines here. But just look at these WASPs on his backline, bro. They just comb through his entire team here, man. Stopping just a pew. And this shit is just ridiculous. I mean, they're just absolutely slaying everything. They completely carried the game for us. It's fucking awesome, right? I should also mention as well that picking up sledgehammers just to kind of hold the ground and be like your core ground unit is a really good idea as well if you're running WASPs. Just because we actually go missile strike here, because again, I'm expecting him to go Mustangs, so I'm already thinking I can counter him now with a missile strike, right? So I'm expecting him to place Mustangs here and here to cover his flanks. And so you're going to see me place a missile strike. I think I go over here in the end. To try and preempt him going Mustangs. But what he actually goes is arc lights with anti-air attacks, which he's actually going right now, and he starts getting some arc lights to take care of these guys. But look at this. Look at this, dude. We're going to go into the energy shields now, and we're just upgrading these WASPs. And bam, they're already going to be level 2. And these guys are not really going to pose much of a threat for us. Yeah, we just win this trade. This is something that's worth pointing out as well, actually, is that if your opponent goes Mustangs at level 1, one WASP unit that's level 2 with energy shields will win the trade against level 1 Mustangs. Yes, they are countered by Mustangs, but level 2 WASP with energy shield is strong enough to take out level 1 Mustangs, right? So this is kind of the crux of the strat, right? You want some sledgehammers on your front lines if you can. Sledgehammers are like some of the best ground units to have if you're going to go for a WASP flanking strategy. And the reason for that is things like Mustangs and things like Fangs that do very, very well into killing wasps get annihilated by sledgehammers, right? And then with the wasps, you can see I'm dropping the missile over here to protect more wasps on this side as well. It does actually connect, which is grand. Knocks this guy down to very, very low health, and these wasps are able to win over there. These guys on this side are going to have no problem taking out these two acolytes. I'll try to speed this up. But you want to be throwing a curveball every single round, right? Never just kind of trust that your opponent's not going to react. You need to be, you need to kind of predict what your opponent is going to react with. I expected Mustangs, he went for acolytes, that's fine. We respond with a missile, and we go for, we have like 2 level 2 wasp units over here now as well, right? I actually didn't go for the shields just yet, that was a little bit ballsy. But it's 2 level 2 wasp units, you know, I felt like I was kind of fine over there. So we take these guys out, man. The flank is going grand, I'm gonna speed this up. Pew, 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 very lovely. And the same thing happens again. We just barrel through his backline, right? So, again, now, we need to keep the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? You'll notice I've already picked up overlords for free because I'm running aerial specialist. So they cost nothing for us to pick up right there. So we're going to grab those. I can't quite remember what I go here. Okay, I choose for tank production line because I'm going to start to think about going into overlords now, just to sort of end the game, right? But look at this, I can level up these wasps again, man. And finally, he's going into Mustangs at this point. And this is where the electromagnetic impact tactical ability is going to come into use, right? I'm expecting him to place a barrier here, is what I was actually expecting. But this electromagnetic impact is also going to work against these acolytes because it also disables enemy tech after a couple of seconds on hit, right? So it's going to disable his acolyte's ability to use their anti-aircraft ammunition. So now we've specialized into energy shields. We've leveled these guys up again to level 3, and boom, there it is. The electromagnetic shotgun's gonna come out. These guys also have shields now as well, so they're also gonna do just fine. And this is what I mean about curveballing, right? We're power spiking these guys every single turn over here. There's the electromagnetic shot. They get off a couple more shots, and then boom, these acolytes can no longer shoot up at my flying units. And so these wasps are gonna take these guys out again, right? And so the same goddamn play is gonna happen all over again. He does a bit better on this side this time, which I was a little bit surprised by. Do we actually take him down? Okay, we do, which is sort of funny, but... So, these wasps just out of control. They just won us like the first 4 rounds, pretty much, for free. We're forcing him to invest a lot of resources into taking these guys out. And look, the coolest part about this is that look at these sledgehammers. They're like fine. They're healthy, man. They're like completely healthy because all these Mustangs and stuff, all these things he's building to kill my wasps, die to sledgehammers anyway, right? So sledgehammers for this strategy are going to be like your best starting unit, right? If you can get the aerial specialist pilot plus sledgehammers as like your opening hand, so to speak, that's like best case scenario, man, for going like a level 2 or even like a level 1 wasp rush, right? Very, very situational in these early levels. You know, in the first 1 or 2 rounds, this strategy is either going to thrive or fall on its face. But in this one, it's working out okay. He's actually going to spawn his overlord here now, which is a bit scary. But yeah, you can see now, this is really key as well, right? If I slow this right down, I have nothing to help these guys out now. These guys are like, they've hit their power spike. I don't have any more missiles. I don't have any more electromagnetic pulse attacks or whatever. These guys cannot stay here anymore. He's building more Mustangs to counter them, which again, I fully expect. I'm like, okay, dude, there's no way I'm going to get away with this again. Now that I can no longer throw a curveball on this flank, it's time to move these guys away, and we're going to start to tech into overlords with Mothership, which produces 4 wasps that join the battle every 26 seconds. This is extra valuable because these wasps will have the same upgrades that our current wasps have, which is the jump drive, so they have more move speed, and the energy shields, right? So any wasps that this overlord is producing are going to get a little bit extra value. And yeah, that's what we're doing, man. We're going for this just to really try and end the game, right? So that if this guy is... Okay, yeah, we actually invest in a lot here. We even go for the goddamn resupply pick up another overlord, right? And we're just looking to end the game now. No more BS, no more flanking. He even spent a rocket down here as well, bro. And a barrier on this side. So, like, look at that, man. Look at all of the resources we forced this guy to spend on his flanks, you know? And it was, like, for nothing. And, like, yeah, sure, his Mustangs and stuff are gonna, like, chew through our Wasps now, so that's fine. But look. Look. The sledgehammers just pulverized them, man. In no time at all. And now what? He's got, like, a few marksmen and, like, a few surviving Mustangs to take out these overlords over here. I'm already thinking about the next turn, right? We effectively kept him reacting to us every turn of the game. And now he's in huge, enormous trouble, right? So I think we actually do drop this round, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because we can buy 2 more overlords next turn and just absolutely flood him. And he just doesn't have enough snipers and enough like heavy hitting units to take down these overlords. And I think that's what I do next turn. I think I go ahead and I swap into just building more overlords. Actually, can't quite remember, man. Let's see. I should probably go for range specialist here, which I do. That's lovely. Okay, man, we got some range specialist action. I think I upgrade my tanks as well to give them more range. And remember, we also have the tank production line item equipped on this overlord right here. And the benefit of that is, obviously, it's producing tanks that are equal to its level. So if we increase the range on our tank units, which, bam, we do right there, then these tanks that this overlord is producing will also be buffed up too. And so, yeah. Okay, but we didn't actually get a whole lot done that turn by the looks of things. It was just a bunch more, a bunch of range upgrades for the tanks and stuff like that, man, but lovely, lovely, lovely. So, this was a fun-ass game, dude. I've been trying to theorycraft for so long now, man. I say so long, a day or two. Trying to get, like, the perfect kind of opening Wasp rush strategy to get, like, good value out of these guys. And this felt like it. And it's like, okay, even if we didn't kill him here, we can buy, like, 2 more overlords next turn. We can also upgrade those overlords to level 2 overlords, which, I mean, it's just really... It would have snowballed out of control like crazy. But for those like, first 4 or 5 rounds, he was literally just being forced to react to what we were doing, right? And again, when he's building all of these things like Mustangs and whatever, all of these anti-air units on his flanks, we already have sledgehammers. Sledgehammers do fantastically well into those anti-air units, generally. At least in, like, the mid-game, you know? So yeah, that's that. Hope you boys enjoyed, man. Let me know your cheesy Wasp strategies or your cheesy flanking strategies down below in the gosh darn comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, all of that good shite. And I'll catch all of you guys just a tad bit later.